Fact or fiction? Fact. Good evening. The footage you're about to see is extremely graphic. My name is Jonathan Frakes. Are you a captain?
I took one off for today.
Did it make me feel better?
Yeah.
There's so many young captains running around. All it does is hurt. Did you see the guy in a half the Star Trek uniform today? I said, where's the rest of your uniform? He said, it's casual Friday.
You know, in fact, I was actually going to say that, but I was actually going to go there if you mentioned the glasses and the jeans. But,
yeah.
So, permission to speak freely?
Wow.
I have actually seriously one tiny question about that, and then if it's all right, a small token of appreciation. But the question is, for that 4-letter phrase, I often felt like it was an interesting device in some of the scenes where there was tension, and I was wondering if that was a phrase, and I think you primarily used it. I think there were a couple other characters that used it a few times, but it was mostly your line. I was wondering if that was something that you made up, or if that was the writers?
That was the writers. It's one of my, I use it in real life. And you look somebody in the eye, and you're going to say something that's harder than the average conversation. And I love that about Riker, that he would say that. He used to look to Picard when Picard was being an asshole and not doing what he was supposed to do, or what Commander Riker thought he was supposed to do.
Yes.
And I'd go into his little ready room, and I'd say, permission to speak freely, sir. And he'd give me that look. 22G, I think it was. You know what 22G is?
Yeah, that's the look of like, what are you going to say, right?
I'll give you a little acting trick.
Go for it.
22, I'll give you, first of all, I'll act 22G.
Okay.
And then you can guess what it is.
Okay, go.
It works in my opinion, it works for almost everything. Here we go. You know what it is?
Please tell me.
Who farted?
Fact or fiction?
Fact! And I can't take credit. I would take credit if I could, but it's credited to an actress who guested on our show, whose name was Gina Hecht. You know who she is? No? Anybody? No, she was an actress, and she was in a television series, and she was, I don't remember what episode she was in, but somebody here will dig her up, and she tells this story, so we gave it G, 22G, we gave it to her for her name, and it works for everything. That's awesome. This is a very, very productive panel. Isn't there a lot of good takeaway from here? And, fortunately, it's over.
No.
How long are your panels, track,
It's like an hour, so yeah, we got 15 more.
Sorry,
We're good.
Real quick. Riker played.
We're on such a good roll.
He has a
Riker played trombone.
Permission to speak freely.
Granted. I played trombone amongst other things, and when I was growing up, watching Riker playing trombone was cool for me. So I wanted to give you my latest record if I could.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Is that cool?
Yeah. Of course, it's cool.
Thank you. Nice.
And Garrett, point of clarification, when Tuvok was going through Ponfar, he did go get busy in the holodeck.
Oh, really?
Is your band really
called
called
Tuvok getting busy, but thank you.
Nick and the Grooves?
Yeah. Nice.
This is nice. Look, it's got a little 45 adapter on there.
It looks very cool.
It says, Jonathan, thank you for continuing to inspire and for your work on the screen and behind the camera. Nick Edelstein. Thank you, man.
Thanks, Nick.
Okay. Now the truth about the trombone. Oh, this is the doctor from 3000 FS. So 3030 and a third. I'm the doctor said MSZBK, MSK 4400, Supernatural, Scandal, The Realm, Dr. Frankenstein, Scene 66X, right? I asked you that before. Was that not who you are?
Very close.
Yeah.
First off, I would like to say that I've learned way more in your panel than I would have learned if I had went to school today.
She's playing hooky. Were you going to go to school dressed like that? Sporting the mustache?
that depends.
You have depends on as well? She almost laughed herself out of the mustache.
The mustache almost fell off.
I have left.
There must be a word for that.
My
Wait,
question.
one second. Nick? Is Nick still here? Did he leave?
No, he's there. Is that Nick?
No. Nick Edelstein? He put the shades back on, I noticed.
He did.
When I played trombone on Star Trek, and it sounded okay, that was me. When I played trombone on Star Trek and it sounded fabulous, it was Bill Watrous.
All right.
Fact or fiction? Fact.
What's your question?
I was wondering, like, I always hear stories about the shenanigans that went on during The Next Generation, but I was wondering if you remember any shenanigans from any of the other Star Treks that you directed on.
First of all, there were no shenanigans on Next Generation. Let's get that straight. The egg thing I made up, okay? Your show was pretty nuts.
It was.
I had the privilege of working with, I think the first time I directed over there, with Picardo and Dwight Schultz together.
Oh my.
That's a lot of actors.
Yeah. That's a lot of personality.
That's a lot of personality. That's a lot of energy in one room.
Yeah. That was your first Voyager
I think it may have been.
Oh.
That was great.
Okay.
I liked your set. And then I directed Deep Space, and it depended who you. It really depends on the sort of the coupling, who's in the scenes,
Yeah.
and what part of the week and how far behind schedule you are, how good the script is, how well prepared the actors are. There are a lot of variables, but all the shows have really clever, funny, outrageously behaved people on them who were not afraid to embarrass you, shame you, waste your time, make you laugh. Did I mention embarrass you?
So role models then, right?
Yeah, all good role models.
Yes.
So you skipped school today?
Yeah.
Where do you go to school?
I go to Pinecrest High School in North Carolina.
That's really skipping school. You planned this.
All right. Next question, please. Thank you. Are your feet asleep? Probably. Yeah. All right.
That's fine. Hi, I'm Desi.
Hey, Desi.
Hi. So you were known as like the ever optimist guy on Next Generation. He seemed really confident in himself.
You're not going to tweet during this?
No, I was just making sure that we had more time for you.
Let me give
You know
you
what
some
Marina
context.
does when you start.
I know.
So here's some context. I just finished watching Battlestar Galactica 2 days ago. So my question for you is,
All of them?
yes,
Nice.
not in a day.
No,
It
but
was
it's a
a
great
journey.
show.
Yeah.
It's a great show. Ron Moore.
Ramon.
Right. So my question is, did you ever hope that Riker would become less optimistic by the end of TNG, like everyone in BSG? Why will Riker
That's a
still
really
have hope?
interesting.
Is my question.
Why would I want to be less optimistic? Why would Riker want to be less optimistic?
That is my question.
That's an excellent question.
You were Will Riker, not me.
I was, but I just played Will Riker. I wasn't the person who said every third week, what I really want is to be the captain of my own ship. The reason I'm here on the Enterprise is because I'm going to have my own command soon. Then they offer me my own command. Riker says, I'm really not ready to leave the Enterprise. I look like a spineless Stanley Hazard from North and South. Oh, whatever, good. You remember that? Yes. I complained about that, and then fortunately, I think it might have been a best of both worlds, or the beginning of first, they blew all the ships up that I had been offered.
At the same time?
Well, one after another.
That's pretty cool.
There's a multiple visual effect shot.
Yes.
I'm gobstopped. I don't know why I would not want to be optimistic, why one would not want to be
He
optimistic.
kind of had a reason to. He was like, oh, my girlfriend's back over there. I'm not going to see her again.
My girlfriend was on the
That's how I
show.
talk? Cool.
No, that was your subtext. That was your subtext, man. That was your subtext. Oh, my girlfriend's over there. She's like over there.
Jazz hands, right?
Were you not optimistic? Oh, you were pessimistic.
I was super optimistic.
Until your girlfriend was over there.
Yeah, then I kind of bummed out a little bit. It was my first mission ever, so that's what was so horrible.
It was all of our first mission.
No, you'd already been assigned to other things. You were commander at that point, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Did the Binars really bring you in on that ship?
I went.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, that's right. That's how it works.
What do you mean it was your first mission?
I'm just saying.
What rank were you?
I was an ensign, but I was out of Starfleet, and the first mission I had was
Voyager.
gone, yes, and then boom, lost in the first second. So.
And you were way far away.
So far away.
So far
yes.
away.
So 70 years to get back to Earth if we couldn't find a shortcut.
Did you go through a wormhole?
No, we were just sucked by the caretaker into Delta Quadrant. So that's
Immediately?
Immediately.
As soon as you took off
Yes.
of Earth?
Yes, and so the only person left alive would have been Kim if it took 70 years back. Everyone would have been, and the freaking doctor. The doctor and Kim would have been two people.
Doctor, you'd be stuck with him
Yes,
the whole
the
time.
whole time.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it might have just been the doctor who made it back alive at that point. So. Hello? Yes, I'm the doctor. Did we answer your question?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think we did. No, as Riker or as Frakes, would never want to not be optimistic.